Class, how are you? I hope you're having a good Wednesday or Thursday. I was thinking that, we're halfway through the week. We have another week left, then's fall break, and then we only have 2 weeks of school left. So we are winding down this trimester fast. I just want to say that I've really enjoyed it so far. I hope we have a good last few weeks together before we go on to try to. But as far as business law today, we are going over limits on the rights of those without capacity. So you're basically looking at incapacitated people and minors. So let's take a look. So disaffirmance is the refusal to be bound by a previous legal commitment. So if you're incapacitated, would be one example. So you can disaffirm a contract if you're incapacitated currently, or also a reasonable time after attaining capacity. Right. So if you're in the hospital, you're sick, you're out of it, you're in a coma, whatever, you obviously can't go through with the contract, right? Well, when you're getting out of that, you also have time to cancel it before or to void it before it becomes legal. And then the major one is minor. So if you're a minor, it disaffirms non necessaries. That's something that we'll learn or you have learned about in the last section, 9.1. But if you do disaffirm, you must give back anything that still has value. So as a minor, you get back everything you gave, right? Even if the non necessaries are damaged. Necessaries are only have to pay reasonable value. So if you're a minor, you back everything in the contract, but you also have to give back everything that you took, right? So even if it's damaged, you still have to give it back. That's kind of the rule. If it's a necessary, then you still have to pay for it, right? So they're not going to take back your clothes or your food or your shelter, but you're gonna have to pay for it. In most states, minors can get back everything they put into a contractual bargain. Like I said, even if the goods have been used or damaged, if the goods have been lost or consumed or destroyed, or they're unable to return exactly what was received under contract. And I said on the last slide, if it's a necessary, you only have to pay reasonable value for it. Some contracts for minors for non-necessaries cannot be disaffirmed. So, if it's a court-approved contract, so say you're a 16-year-old playing professional soccer, or you're like the super famous cool chick that my daughter loves, JoJo Siwa, right? So you have contracts, and those can't be disaffirmed. All right, those are court-approved legal contracts. Um, you also can't disaffirm major commitments, right? So if you somehow get into the armed services at the age of 17. Say you are super smart and you get admitted to college early and you take out loans, right? You can't disaffirm those. If you get approval to get married when you're a minor, or you have a kid when you're extremely young and you have to pay child support, those are all contracts that you can't disaffirm. So you are on the hook for all of that. Minors also can't disaffirm banking. So I know when I was 16, my parents opened a checking account for me, right? So anything I put into the bank, anything I withdrew, those are all contracts, right? So I can't disaffirm any of those. When you're younger, like when I turned 16, I had to pay for my own auto insurance. So I can't disaffirm my auto insurance. I need it to drive. I'm paying for it. I signed the contract. Same with life insurance, right? So a lot of parents, like I have life insurance policies on my kids. Um, I can't. They can't disaffirm those. Work-related contracts. If you're engaged in a business, you can't disaffirm work contracts. Um, Same with real estate. So, say you get a loved one dies and you get property. Um, you can't disaffirm those contracts until you're of the age of majority, which, as we talked about in 9-1, is typically 18. Um, so once you're 18, you can do what you want with the property, but until then, you cannot. And same with apartment rentals. So say that you're emancipated or you somehow signed a contract for an apartment, you can't disaffirm those. The last one is misrepresenting your age. All right. So if a minor lies about the age, they typically can still disaffirm. However, under tort law, you could be held liable for false representation. Right. So if you did something wrong or the contract hurt someone, they can take you to court and sue you. Good chances are they're going to win. In some states, one can collect damages from minors, such as holding back refunds and things like that. And I believe that is it today. This was just kind of a short lesson. So, chapter 9 is short. That's a good thing, right? You guys probably needed that little break. Today, you have your 9-2 reteach. All right, so go over that. You also have, I think, 9-2 critical thinking assignment. You also have a video to watch, which I know you guys don't like to watch videos, but this is a good one to kind of show minors in contract situation because a lot of you guys aren't 18 yet, right? So it kind of shows what you can and cannot do. So not only will it help in this class and help you remember things for the test, but it will also just help you in life, right? You'll kind of know more of what to do. Um, if you watch this video, congratulations. I will give you a little extra credit. So I'm going to tell you a funny story. And then at the end of the story, I will give you the extra credit. Okay. So today, my son Jonah has glasses that he wears very rarely. He doesn't like to wear them. He doesn't think the girls think he looks cool in them. I think he's adorable, but whatever. He's a second grade boy. It is what it is. So today, his teacher calls and said, "Hey, Jonah hasn't worn his glasses all day. He said that he's wearing contacts, and he's not wearing contacts. You don't really put contacts in a 7-year-old." So my wife was like, "No, I don't think so." And he swore to his teacher that me, put him in this morning and showed him how to do it. And he was talking about how they're itchy and how they kind of hurt, but now they're starting to feel better. Teacher totally bought it at first. I mean, that's why she called my wife. So my wife picked him up from school today. She's like, "Jonah, did you tell your teacher that you had contacts?" And then he started lying to my wife about it and saying that he did have contacts and started showing her how he put them in the bathroom with my contacts and lied to my wife. So it wasn't until I got home from after school that he admitted that all of this was fake and that he was just joking to everyone. So because he was funny and is kind of cray cray, the extra credit point is going to be my second grade son's name, which is Jonah. So if you put Jonah on the bottom of your 9-2, you will get an extra point for that assignment. All right, guys. I hope you're having a good day. We will see you in class in a couple days.